Hey, good morning. Brent Davidson, Planning Operations Trainee here on the McCash fire with Southwest Team 3. I'm here for an update on the McCash fire. I'll start off with the fire itself and some of the movement and activity that's been going on there. 2 days ago now, the fire got active down toward the confluence of Cub Creek and Yukonom Creek. The fire came across Cub Creek and pushed up Tin Bear Mountain, kind of on its own out here in this area, and then crossed in another place down toward the confluence. And both of those pieces of fire that came across got some northwest wind on them, and they actually got pretty established and pushed up the backside of Tin Bear Mountain. The wind and slope and fuels all aligned there, and it had some pretty significant fire behavior. That resulted in this activity you see here up toward the top of Tin Bear Mountain, and it actually had some significant spotting, up to 1.5 miles or better over into the southern area below the containment feature, the indirect line that we had and we were burning off of. Up to that point, all of our burning operations were successful, and the fire itself caused some problems and caused all the spotting and growth to the south of the indirect line. Around the same time, the fire also crossed Yukonom Creek to the north, and has resulted in the fire movement here to the northeast. Over the last 2 days, it's moved about 600 acres or so on the northern side of Yukonom Creek. Also active out here to the eastern side, the fire, much with the winds that we've had over the last couple days, has moved to the south and southwest over towards Secret Lake out in the Marble Mountain Wilderness. A big reset day yesterday for all the resources on the fire. Falling back to some other options and some other lines and road systems over out to the west. Currently crews are working using the piece of line that we had already off of Yukonom Mountain and where the Yukonom lookout is. Using that piece of line that was already in place, and then tying into some of the road systems over here on the western side of the fire, and working to tie that back into the hay press fire footprint from 2017. So a lot of engagement over here and a lot of effort being put into there, using a lot of equipment and things like that to open those roads and reestablish an indirect line. In addition to that, a lot of focus yesterday with the resources in our structure group around the T-bar area. A lot of people in there yesterday working on prepping dozer lines and hand lines, as well as putting up sprinkler systems and pumps and hose and everything around all the values and community around there. If you haven't seen people in the area yet, I'm sure that you will. There's upwards of 80 people in the structure group working on those structure protection activities. In addition to the T-bar area, there are people down in the Patterson Ranch community, also in the Marble Mountain area, and all the way down to Rogers Creek. So a lot of folks moving around there, a lot of equipment being put into place. Moving kind of around the fire as you go up to the northern side there, we do have a bunch of forces in this area. They're also working on an indirect line. They've been working on that for over a week now, opening up the dozer lines that were used in previous fires. Prepping those with masticators, graders, dozers. There's some excavators up there, a lot of equipment at this point. Just opening this back up and prepping that in case the fire continues to move to the north, and they'll be prepared. Also, looking further up the Highway 96 corridor along the Klamath River, just assessing all the values and structures out there, and making sure there's a plan in place to protect those as well. Overall, a lot of good effort going on out there. A lot of hard work by the ground resources, and that's the end of the update for today. Thanks.